I should look around for clues.
Mm-hmm.
Lord and Lady Unterwald were certainly a formidable duo.
Okay, I have the recording
It's Don's
device.
recording device. It's not much use to me without another wire reel, though. And this seal has been on quite the adventure, huh? I feel strangely attached to it.
And the air funnel.
Hey, it's about Lord Unterwald. The esteemed nobleman has returned from his successful voyage around the world with tales of riches that verge on the farcical.
Okay, so he did actually complete his
Ode
journey.
to lemon cake. Huh. I think Lady Unterwald recorded herself on this vinyl.
There we go. Voice recording.
I see a few worn-looking history books. These could be artifacts in their own right. I'd love to have a play with this, but it looks delicate and expensive. It's a painting of an old man. There's a certain sadness in his eyes. I believe it's a painting of Lord Unterwald. The rumor goes that he just mysteriously vanished one day. Lady Unterwald didn't like to talk about it.
I wonder if we figure
It's
out
quite
what
cozy.
happened to him. Wait. Oh.
Lady Unterwald recorded her own album of songs. Ooh,
Wait.
that's hot.
Well, wait, the wax melted? Because I went close to the fire? For real?
It's quite cozy. I feel the bear wouldn't have approved. Hey, I think one of Herman's novels is in here.
Yo!
Aw, it's a set of horsehead statues.
Cute!
It's Lady Unterwald on the first train she ever had commissioned. It's a newspaper clipping of an article about the Royce Express. The Unterwald Empire has unveiled the world's first steam turbine locomotive, promising to transform the landscape of railway transportation. It's an oil study of the mansion grounds. Huh, it's a painting of Hagen as a child. Maybe he really was the favorite.
Also, I wanted to say the twins do look a lot like their uncle.
I wonder what music Lady Unterwald liked to listen to.
Okay, I do have the record, but of course I still need something for the recording device. Okay, I have to go back to Herman now, so beware of the syringe.
Good for stargazing, but mostly used for spying.
Oh, wait, okay. Okay, then, wait. I need the welded max at Herman's. I just thought about it. Of course, I cannot send the whole freaking bus through the tube system. I have to send Herman the melted
Okay,
wax.
that's in the system.
Aha! What do we have here?
Okay. And I just saw the
Sorry, George.
wire rolls.
I need this more than you do.
And I can send that.
That should fit in there.
Alright, also I can get the fingerprint.
The wax is too hard. I need to get it more malleable.
Damn. It was soft just now. Do I have to be faster?
The wax has cooled down and hardened.
Okay, maybe I have to be faster. Alright.
I'll just request the inbound package.
Okay, then I send the wax back. See if I can get that soft again.
Safe travels!
I'll just request the inbound package. It's quite cozy.
Okay, now the wax has melted.
Oof, that's...
I can't use that.
Oof, that's... Diana or Herman should be able to record.
Okay, let's have Herman request that.
Success!
Okay, now it's re-solidified. Okay, that's not a speed issue.
I suppose it wouldn't be a creepy murder basement without a shallow grave.
I hope it isn't intended for me.
Actually it is.
Is that a skull? Well, that doesn't bode well. It's
Ah,
fairly warm, but I'd like it to be warmer.
can I
It's
burn the boots?
nothing interesting.
No.
It's fairly...
Definitely not enough to get the wax to melt again. I mean, maybe I have to send you something.
It's full of silver cutlery. Oh, this must be worth a small fortune.
Ah, the guest dinnerware. That hasn't been used in a while.
Dude, seriously, why do you still have that gigantic syringe in your chest?
Ooh, I wonder if the estate would let me have one of these.
I think that will depend on who's running things.
This has been down here a while. It's covered in a fine layer of dust.
Don't think I've seen that one before. It must have been down here a while.
Okay, I could also head back to the lobby with Herbert. Okay, so I need something to burn.
Nice. That looks like it's worked.
Okay, let me quickly do the voice recording with Arthur and send that to Diana, and then at least I have that up there for the voice log and can send the deactivated truth serum down to Herbert.
That's Lady Unterwald's voice. I should be able to capture Lady Unterwald's voice with this.
Just some tomfoolery.
All right.
Okay, we successfully recorded Lady Unterwald's voice. Welcome back, by the way. We're gonna send that to Diana.
All right. That can be requested.
There's a package ready to be requested. I'll take it.
And I need something to burn.
Nice. It fits.
For Herman here.
Requesting item. There we go!
Unfortunately, the syringe is still here. I'm sorry.
There's not much here. I might as well add the rest of this. Oh, ho, ho! This stuff is potent! That doesn't sound good. I hope the pipes can handle that much pressure. It's already melted, but hardening fast.
Okay, we have the welded max.
Lady J. Unterwald. heiress of the Unterwald Empire.
There we go, get the fingerprint.
There! I've managed to create a wax impression.
Perfect. Let's send that to Diana as well.
Here goes.
There's a package ready to be requested. I'll take it.
Alright, that means we can crack the safe.
This wax imprint could fool the mechanism. There's one more locking mechanism to get through. This looks like another voice-activated lock. I'll play Lady Unterwald's voice near the lock. Success! Incredible! It worked!
There we go.
Lady Unterwald was right. The original will is here. We need to get this to the executor and confront the family at once.
I, Lady Unterwald, being of sound mind and legal capacity, leave my entire estate to my dear sister-in-law, Arista Gudrun.
Get fucked, Arista.
All right, Mr. Liu. It's time to honor our agreement. I hope you can still hold a pen.
Stop the reading at once!
You three again. What are you doing here?
What's all this?
That document is a fake. We have the genuine copy right here.
Right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, this looks to be genuine. However, we should postpone the reading until I can evaluate the authenticity.
No!
You answer to me now. You had to know we wouldn't just go quietly.
I'm sure the authorities are already en route. If there's any justice, you'll be back behind bars in no time at all.
Were you and Mr. Liu working together on this?
I don't know what you're talking about. Just look at him. Hasn't poor John suffered enough?
You were aware of Jean's attempts to inform on Lady Unterwald.
Jean has been nothing but loyal. I only wish my dear sister could have seen that. He even volunteered to take the estate off our hands for a very generous price. Oh, don't worry, John. Our agreement is but a signature away.
You helped to build the Royce Express. Is that correct?
That's right. I designed her with my own two hands. The Royce Express could have been the future of rail transportation. But thanks to you, it's a smoldering wreck.
And yet you were willing to throw away your future for a payout. Jean-Liu had no intention of using your technology. He just wanted to remove his competition.
I admire your idealism, but that's business, dear. That's hardly a crime. It's just capitalism.
Lady Unterwald would have never allowed that to happen.
My dear sister didn't have the stomach to run an empire. Sometimes you have to make the difficult choices. She never understood that.
You were tired of living in your sister's shadow, weren't you?
Stop it! Stop this at once! It's not true!
Just admit it. You schemed to take her legacy and her life.
No! No, no, no!
Truth serum, truth serum, truth
I
serum.
felt the ground shake beneath my feet.
Okay, I can switch.
Now it's my turn! How deep does this conspiracy go, Arista?
There's no conspiracy, dear.
Also, yes, a third world
How do
looking
you
funny.
explain my publishers denying the suburban burden?
What's that? What on earth are you talking about?
Herman, stay focused.
But I think we can all agree it was a little suspicious.
Herman, focus.
You used me to fix your hearing horn. You made me an accessory.
I wanted to say
thank you
that.
for your assistance with that, Detective. I couldn't have used my horn otherwise. My poor boys would have been lost in those vents for hours.
When did you last speak to Dr. Hirsch?
Dr. Hirsch? I can't recall. It's been a while since I saw him.
Are you sure you haven't seen the doctor?
Like I said, I wouldn't have a clue of his whereabouts. Now stop asking!
Perhaps we should search the estate for Dr. Hirsch.
That won't be necessary. I'm sure he's just been delayed, that's all.
I propose we start our search in the basement.
The
How
basement?
about that, Arista?
No, you can't! No, no, no!
What was that?
There's no need for anyone to venture into the basement, Herman.
Absolute
I'll
smooth.
handle this.
Arthur shall have the last word.
Why did you try to frame us for murder?
How dare you come here and accuse me of framing anyone? I won't be lectured by a bunch of train-destroying fugitives.
Bergman mishandled the estate's finances. Isn't that right?
I say, there's no evidence for that, you know.
That would be hard to prove, Arthur. All those records burned up in that little derailment of yours.
You tried to sell, and Lady Unterwald caught on to your scheme, didn't she?
No, that's not true!
Lady Unterwald was leaving you nothing, and you couldn't stand it.
My dear sister would do no such thing! You were parading around a phony document, a forgery.
Lady Unterwald cut you out of her will, so you killed her.
No! No, no, no! What was that? Oh, I feel so strange. Everyone, listen to me. I said, listen to me.
It's over, Arista. There's no getting out of this one.
What? Dr. Hirsch? But I killed you! You should be dead! Wait, did I say that out loud? What's happening?
Looks like someone got a strong dose of truth serum.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid an attempt was made on my life with this poison dart.
Why didn't it work? It was no different to the one I used to kill your dear Lady Unterwald.
Mother?
Oh dear.
Why couldn't she just sell the estate? We'd all have been rich instead of living in her shadow.
You treasonous goat!
What have you done to me? Why did I say that?
What did you do, Mother?
Seize her!
I think it's time to leave, boys. Help your dear mother escape.
Come on, we have to stop her.
Make a break for the door, boys!
No! Dirk
Oh, good.
Chiselton!
I'm not too late to the party.
Who the hell are you?
The name's Dirk Chiselton, and you're under arrest.
Stop him, boys!
We won't let you near our mother. You'll have to go through us first.
Oh, that suits me just fine. Allow me to introduce you to Hammer and Chisel.
His fists?
Isn't that Dirk Chiselton fighting the twins?
Oh, no. Why'd it have to be chiseled?
We should help. We can't let them get away.
Oh, I know what to do.
Hold still. Oh, you're just gonna hurt yourselves.
Let it open.
I
Let
can
it
do this
open.
all day.
Ow! Ow! Yeah!
I hope this works.
Got him.
Looks like we got here just in time, Chiselton. How'd you figure it out?
Those three laid a lot of the groundwork. I just put the pieces together.
Well, we'd better get these three back to the station.
You can't arrest me. I'm innocent. And rich. You can't put rich people in handcuffs.
Shut up, both of you!
Come on, let's go.
That was some fine detective work, Herman.
It was?
Listen, Herman, I've got a case that's been bugging me for a while. Wouldn't mind another pair of eyes on it, if you're, interested.
You're suggesting we form some sort of crime-fighting detective duo?
Yeah, something like that. Are you in?
It's all I've ever wanted!
Well, Diana, you disrespected my orders, stole a bunch of classified gadgets, and blew up an express train. However, I can't argue with the results. Congratulations, field agent.
Getting promoted for fucking up.
I'm a field agent. I knew you could do it, Diana.
Well done, Arthur. We owe you a great debt. I suppose you'll be running the estate now that you own the place.
And Arthur's rich.
I hadn't even thought about that.
Arthur is rich. Diana gets promoted. And Herman is
the
detective.
order can handle the day-to-day operations. We are here to lend a hand.
Say, Arthur, I don't suppose you'd be interested in a job?
You want me to work for Inland Revenue?
I'm afraid it'd be a strictly bureaucratic position for now.
Oh, the magical
The amount
word.
of paperwork generated from this mission alone will keep us occupied for months.
You're
We'd
selling
need
it to
a
him.
professional lackey to sort through this mess.
He's in.
You said there'd be paperwork and bureaucracy?
Perfect.
Oh, yes, stacks of it, I'm afraid. And you'd have to be comfortable wearing the uniform, of course.
There's a uniform?
That's right.
Perfect.
But it's
Perfect job.
perhaps a little
Paperwork,
unadventurous
bureaucracy,
for your
and
taste.
uniform.
I'll take it!
That gas was literally off for having an aneurysm. Like the good kind. Yeah. Oh, okay, I have to say this was a lot of fun. Okay, if I had two critiques of the game, it was that all the times I was stuck and basically needed advice from the helpline. I basically knew what to do, and it was either like that one, the doctor's suitcase for the alcohol that was kind of mean, that it would suddenly be in a place where we've never seen it before. And all the other times I basically knew what to do and I knew where to do it, and there was just some information missing. Or like I had to pick the mouthwash up before I could combine it with the rest of the drink, and it didn't work that I just combined the drink with the mouthwash by putting them on it. Or that putting the hearing aid, like clicking on the band of the hearing aid didn't trigger the dialogue when that has happened before. Like, for example, it happened with the singer when we gave her the love letter from Donnie. That worked. We didn't have to kickstart a dialogue with her and then be like, hey, I have a letter for you. You could take the letter and give it to and click on her with the letter and kickstart a dialogue. So a little inconsequential. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and that kind of got me confused and stuck in places where I didn't need to get stuck on. But also didn't happen all too often. We did have 2 crashes. That's unfortunate, but also not the end of the world. And honestly, the game has a lot of redeeming qualities. I love the story, I love the characters. It's always really interesting when you have a story told from different perspectives, and we even have it told anachronistically. Like, we start with Arthur's part, which is kind of the middle part, then we have like a prequel part, which is Herman's, and then the basically the chronologically last part with Diana, and then all 3. The first crash was great though. The first crash was absolutely comedy gold. Yes, so that's why I'm not too mad about that. And yeah, just the other one was unfortunate and a little annoying. So yeah, the redeeming qualities of the first Crash was absolute comedy gold. But yeah, overall, really nice game. Enjoyed it. And I am absolutely surprised how surprised I was that Arista ended up being the murderer.
Are we really letting those three go?
How do you mean?
They may not have murdered Lady Unterwald, but they committed so many other crimes.
You
Also good
forget,
cause.
we've got them on record confessing to their lots.
I suppose so.
Have a little faith, Bailey. We were always one step ahead.
Do you really have a recording? Can't believe they never thought they would use a love letter on the twins. So true.
Good work, Agent. You know what you have to do. Leave no trace.
Yes, ma'am.
Jimmy, your voice! You're the man on the inside. Okay, the second time I'm genuinely surprised. Smooth work, Agent. Respect. And good cover. All right, nice. But yeah, I think it's also interesting from a game mechanic perspective. Just really quickly, I wanted to say that I think it's also interesting from a game mechanic perspective, since this is a point-and-click adventure, and so far, all the point-and-click adventures I've played make you use all the items you collect and you pick up. So every item you can put in your inventory will be needed to use at some point. Not here. Like, I had a bunch of items in my inventory for all three characters while I was playing them before they basically got tied up that I never got to use. I never used the lemon. I think I never used the pen. What also did I never use? I used the magnifier. I would have to go back, but I would feel like I used the butter and the hand cream. Yeah, there was just, especially the lemon. Like, I'm really hyper-focused on the lemon because I really thought we'd spray lemon juice into someone's eyes and it would completely fuck something up or kill someone. I was so waiting for that to happen, and it never did because we never ended up using the lemon. Yeah, I can't believe the lemon really was innocent. It was innocent, an innocent lemon. But it was so suspicious, yeah. I mean, and if I would go back and look at the inventories, I mean, there were a bunch of items for all the different characters, or maybe even just use them once. Let me think. And yeah, it's also really interesting. I did not make a connection to Arista, even though of course the game tells you relatively early on that her hearing aid basically is also used by her as a megaphone. I mean, the question is still, do you make the connection that she shows poisonous darts with it? And also, when Lady Unterwald is being brought away, I swear, like, it didn't look like a dart for me. Like, she had a dart in her back. You can definitely hear that something's being thrown. I just always assumed it was a knife. And when we played Herbert and he got the knife, I was really so sure that it was the knife he got. That's why I said I was so worried about that Herbert would set up unknowingly and unwillingly somehow set up Lady Unterwald's murder. And ironically, he did by repairing the hearing aid. So he did what I was afraid would happen to him, that he would unwillingly and unknowingly assist her murder, just not in the way I thought. Yeah, I thought she was stabbed. But maybe that's why I didn't make the connection to the hearing aid at the wrist, because I thought someone had thrown a knife, or there was a contraption built that had flung it or something like that, you know? or it was, I don't know, wedged somewhere and it got loose, whatever. Like, yeah. There's no way you could shoot darts with that horn. Okay, it's a video game. It's a funny story. We're not gonna dig too hard for realism here. So that would work very well for hearing it. Yeah, of course. Like, is it unrealistic? As hell. But I still think it's a fun twist. I mean, of course, if you think about it, if all the people there, Arista and the twins are notably the most suspicious because they have the most to lose by being cut out of the will. There's a strong dislike between Lady Underworld and her family members. And yeah, like, they have the clearest motive. It's just, it's like the way to execute the murder just never clicked for me. I think that's the big surprise that maybe not a lot of people see, especially if you don't really grasp what the murder weapon is. And since we cannot at any point really look at the body with any of the characters and really have a look at what exactly the murder weapon was and what exactly, like, even she didn't technically die of being stabbed or like even maybe blood loss. I mean, the doctor did say the dart hit an artery, but it was also poisoned. So yeah, I think maybe that's also what makes you think that she's getting stabbed, that you really have a lot of blood shooting out. So you don't think about a dart, especially not a poisonous one. So yeah. So there's definitely some hiding of the true murder weapon and hiding of the true, or like what the intended method of killing going on there, to kind of wrap this all up in, you know, like make it a little more confusing so that the player doesn't immediately draw the right conclusions and doesn't have that easy of a time potentially to get them to find out who the murderer is. Absolutely close enough for a silly story. But yeah, you know what? It's a silly story. I love the voice acting throughout. Love the art, love the music. And yeah, had a great deal of fun with it. And I hope you guys did as well.